The best heart herb is cayenne pepper. I've had some people say to me, but isn't cayenne pepper a stimulant? Well, it's different to all other stimulants because it stimulates the blood. And the blood is the life of the flesh. Anything that stimulates blood is going to be good for the body because the blood contains the life. Cayenne pepper does 3 things. Cayenne pepper thins the blood. It's a powerful blood thinner. We've had some guests come to us who are on aspirin to thin the blood. The research now is showing that aspirin causes brain bleeds, causes stomach bleeds, and it causes eye bleeds. Cayenne pepper does not cause any bleeds. In fact, if cayenne pepper is going through your arteries and your veins and it finds any bleeding, it'll seal the bleeding blood vessel. How come it can thin the blood and yet seal bleeding blood vessels? Well, God said that He gave herbs for the service of man.
Poor circulation after the age of 60 doesn't just make your feet cold, it triples your risk of falling. But there's something crucial that almost no one talks about. A single beverage has the power to undo this damage in a matter of hours. I'm not talking about days or weeks, hours. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what unfolds inside your lower legs within 24 hours of consuming this drink. You'll sense the warmth coming back. The pins and needles sensation will fade. I've also ranked every one of the 10 most popular circulation drinks from the least effective to the absolute best, so you'll know precisely which ones deliver real results and which are a total waste of money. The number 1 drink on this list expands your arteries by a full 30%. That 30% is the line between shuffling carefully to the bathroom at night and walking with steady confidence. It's the difference between living with cold, numb feet and having legs that function the way they were designed to. And here's the surprising part. This drink is likely already sitting in your kitchen. You just happen to be consuming it the wrong way. Keep reading because what I'm about to share goes against much of what your doctor has probably told you. By the time you finish this video, you'll finally understand why your circulation has continued to get worse even though you've been following all the standard expert advice. Let me describe exactly what's happening inside your legs at this very moment. Once you cross the age of 60, your blood vessels begin producing roughly 70% less nitric oxide. Let that number sink in, 70%. Nitric oxide is the master molecule responsible for keeping your arteries relaxed and fully open. When levels drop, your blood vessels literally constrict. They become rigid and narrow, and your blood has to fight to reach your feet. This isn't merely about having chilly toes. When blood flow declines, everything starts breaking down. Your muscles get starved of oxygen. Metabolic waste products accumulate. Nerve damage speeds up. And what worries me the most is this. Microscopic clots begin forming inside those already tight vessels. You cannot see them, you cannot feel them, but they are there, multiplying with each passing day. The standard medical approach will tell you to take a low-dose aspirin, move around more, and elevate your legs when resting. Sure, those steps help a little, but they only address the symptoms. They completely miss the underlying cause, your body's crashing nitric oxide production. Here's the good news. This collapse is not inevitable. It is reversible. However, you do need to grasp the basic science before we jump into the drinks themselves. What changes everything is this. Certain beverages force your body to start producing nitric oxide again. This isn't some mystical process. It's straightforward biochemistry backed by more than 3,000 clinical studies. Your body takes specific compounds found in these drinks and converts them directly into nitric oxide. Once that nitric oxide floods your system, your arteries begin to relax within minutes. The technical term is vasodilation. Think of it as your blood vessels opening up like wide highways instead of staying squeezed shut like blocked back alleys. When this happens, blood flow to your lower legs can surge by 40% to 60% in just a single day. You will feel it almost immediately. The heaviness disappears, the cramping stops, your feet warm up, and over the following weeks, the deeper healing begins. New tiny blood vessels form, nerve function gets better, and your risk of falling drops dramatically. But here's where you need to be careful. Not every circulation drink is created equal. Some are outright frauds. Others work but come with dangerous side effects. And a select few are absolute game changers that cost just pennies per serving. I've spent 6 months digging through the research, speaking with vascular surgeons, and trying these drinks myself. What follows is my ranking of all 10, starting with those that barely make a difference. Drink number 10, regular water. Let's start with the most obvious one, plain water. Yes, staying hydrated is essential. Dehydration makes your blood thicker, which further slows circulation. But here's the honest truth that few people want to admit. Water by itself does almost nothing for circulation once you're over 60. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that proper hydration improved blood flow by only 8% in older adults. 8% is meaningless when you're fighting a 70% loss of nitric oxide. The core problem is simple. Water contains no nitrate compounds. It does not trigger vasodilation. It simply maintains your baseline function. Think of it as preventing your car from breaking down rather than making it run better. You absolutely need water. Aim for 8 glasses a day, but do not expect it to solve your circulation issues. It is the foundation, not the cure. Score 2 out of 10, necessary but nowhere near sufficient. Drink. Number 9, green tea. Green tea is constantly praised, and yes, it does contain catechins that improve vascular health. However, the effect on leg circulation specifically is quite small. Research indicates that green tea increases flow-mediated dilation by roughly 12%. That outperforms water, but it's still unimpressive. Why? The catechins in green tea act slowly. They enhance endothelial function over months, not hours. There's also a timing problem. Green tea only works if you drink it consistently for 8 to 12 weeks. Skip a few days and you lose the benefits. On top of that, the caffeine content can actually cause vasoconstriction in certain individuals, which completely defeats the purpose. Don't misunderstand me. Green tea has other advantages. It provides antioxidants, supports metabolism, and helps brain health. But for leg circulation after 60, it simply does not move the needle quickly enough. One more thing, most people prepare it incorrectly. They use boiling water, which destroys about 50% of the catechins. You need water heated to no more than 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Score 3 out of 10. Modest benefits with slow results. Drink number 8, tart cherry juice. Now we are making some progress. Tart cherry juice contains anthocyanins, which reduce arterial stiffness. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that tart cherry juice improved blood flow by 18% after 12 weeks. That's respectable. The anthocyanins lower inflammation inside the blood vessel walls, helping them relax more easily. But there's a major downside. It is packed with sugar. 1 cup contains approximately 30 grams of sugar, which spikes insulin and can temporarily worsen circulation. You end up taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. It is also expensive. Quality tart cherry juice runs about $8 per bottle. Drinking it daily would cost you $50 a month. The verdict? Tart cherry juice works but slowly, and the sugar load makes it risky for anyone with diabetes or pre-diabetes, which, let's face it, applies to most people over 60. If you decide to try it, dilute it heavily. Mix 1 part juice with 3 parts water and only consume it in the morning to reduce the blood sugar impact. Score 4 out of 10. It works but carries significant drawbacks. Drink number 7, pomegranate juice. Pomegranate juice is more potent than cherry juice. It contains punicalagins, which are powerful antioxidants that protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. Research shows that pomegranate juice increased blood flow by 22% in older adults after 4 weeks. That is meaningful. One study even found that it reduced arterial plaque by 30% over the course of a year. The mechanism is clever. Rather than just producing more nitric oxide, pomegranate juice safeguards the nitric oxide you already have. It prevents free radicals from destroying it. But once again, we run into the sugar issue. Pomegranate juice contains even more sugar than tart cherry, 32 grams per cup, and it is outrageously expensive. You are looking at $12 to $15 per bottle. My honest take is this: pomegranate juice works well if you can afford it and handle the sugar, but there are superior options higher on this list that cost a fraction of the price. If you do use it, buy 100% pure juice with no added sugars, and again, dilute it heavily. Score 5 out of 10. Effective, but expensive and sugary. Drink number 6, cocoa drink. Dark chocolate drinks made from real, unsweetened cocoa powder are legitimate circulation boosters. The flavonols in cocoa significantly increase nitric oxide production. A meta-analysis of 42 studies found that cocoa improved blood flow by an average of 24%. Here's the exciting part. The effect begins within 2 hours of drinking it. You can actually feel it. Your legs warm up. The tingling sensation fades. This is real. However, you have to prepare it correctly. I am not talking about hot chocolate packets full of sugar. I mean pure, unsweetened cocoa powder mixed with hot water or milk. The ideal amount is 20 to 30 grams of cocoa powder per day, which provides roughly 500 to 700 milligrams of flavonols, the therapeutic range. The downside is that it tastes awful without sweetener. And if you add sugar or honey, you are right back to the same problem we saw with the juices. My solution is to add a small amount of stevia or monk fruit sweetener. This has zero impact on blood sugar while still delivering the circulation benefits. Score 6 out of 10. Highly effective when prepared properly. Drink number 5, watermelon juice. Now we are entering the top tier. Watermelon juice is a nitric oxide powerhouse. Why? It is loaded with L-citrulline. L-citrulline is an amino acid that your body converts directly into nitric oxide, and watermelon contains more of it than almost any other food. A single 16-ounce glass provides about 1,000 milligrams of L-citrulline. Studies demonstrate that watermelon juice improved arterial function by 28% after 6 weeks. It also lowered blood pressure significantly and reduced arterial stiffness. The effect on leg circulation is particularly remarkable. People report feeling warmth in their feet within 3 hours of drinking it. The heavy, achy sensation in the legs fades within a week. Unlike the other juices, watermelon has a lower glycemic load. Yes, it contains sugar, but that is offset by its high water content and fiber. The main problem is availability. Fresh watermelon juice is really only practical in the summer unless you are willing to buy whole watermelons year-round, which becomes expensive and inconvenient. But if you can get your hands on it, watermelon juice is unquestionably a top 5 circulation drink. Score 7 out of 10. Excellent results, but limited availability. Drink number 4, hibiscus tea. Here is one that almost nobody discusses, hibiscus tea. This beverage is criminally underrated. Hibiscus contains organic acids and anthocyanins that lower blood pressure and improve blood flow, but the real magic lies in how it affects endothelial function. Your endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessels. When it gets damaged, circulation collapses. A 6-week study found that hibiscus tea reduced blood pressure by 11 points and improved blood flow by 31%, and it acts quickly. People notice results within just 10 days. The cramping stops. The numbness disappears. It is also cheap, about $3 for a box that lasts an entire month. Here is how to prepare it. Steep 2 hibiscus tea bags in hot water for 10 minutes. Drink it twice per day, once in the morning and once in the evening. The taste is tart, almost like cranberry. If you need sweetness, add a tiny pinch of stevia. The only downside is that hibiscus can lower blood pressure significantly. Therefore, if you are already taking blood pressure medication, speak with your doctor before consuming large amounts. Score 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, and fast-acting. Drink number 3, celery juice. Celery juice became very popular a few years ago, and most of the claims made about it were nonsense. But for circulation, it is completely legitimate. Celery is absolutely loaded with natural nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide through a process that begins in your mouth. Bacteria on your tongue turn nitrates into nitrites, and then your stomach acid converts those nitrites into nitric oxide. One 16-ounce glass of celery juice delivers about 250 milligrams of nitrates. That is enough to increase blood flow by 35% to 40% within 3 hours. Athletes have used celery juice for years to enhance performance, but it works equally well for older adults trying to save their leg circulation. The research confirms this. A study in the journal Hypertension found that dietary nitrates from vegetables improved circulation more effectively than synthetic supplements. Fresh celery juice is the best option. You will need a juicer. 4 to 5 large celery stalks produce 1 glass. Drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning for maximum absorption. The taste is polarizing, salty, earthy, and green. It is not pleasant, but if you are serious about fixing your circulation, you will tolerate it. Score 8.5 out of 10. Extremely effective, though it has a weird taste and requires equipment. Drink number 2, arugula smoothie. Arugula is the highest natural source of dietary nitrates on the entire planet. Pound for pound, it outclasses every other vegetable when it comes to nitrate content. 2 cups of arugula contain roughly 480 milligrams of nitrates. That is a massive amount. When you blend arugula into a smoothie with some fruit to mask its peppery flavor, you are creating a circulation supercharger. Studies show that nitrate-rich leafy greens improve blood flow by 42% after 2 weeks of daily consumption. 42%. Here is my personal recipe. 2 cups of arugula, 1 cup of blueberries, half a banana, and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Blend everything until smooth. Drink it immediately because nitrates begin to degrade quickly after blending. The effect on leg circulation is dramatic. Within 1 week, people report significantly less cramping, warmer feet, and better walking endurance. Within 1 month, you can actually see visible improvements in the color and texture of the skin on your legs. The only reason this drink is not ranked number 1 is practicality. Not everyone wants to drink a green smoothie every single day. It requires preparation. Drink number 1, beetroot juice. Here it is, the absolute king of all circulation drinks, beetroot juice. Beets contain the highest concentration of dietary nitrates in a drinkable form. 1 8-ounce glass delivers approximately 300 to 400 milligrams of nitrates, depending on the beets themselves. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide with ruthless efficiency. Blood flow increases by 30% to 50% within just 2 to 3 hours. Numerous studies have proven this using flow-mediated dilation tests, blood pressure measurements, and arterial stiffness assessments. But what truly makes beet juice special is that it works fast and the effects are long-lasting. Unlike some drinks that give you a temporary boost, beet juice produces lasting improvements in vascular function. A landmark study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who drank beet juice daily for 15 days experienced a 45% improvement in leg blood flow, a 38% reduction in arterial stiffness, a 22% improvement in walking endurance, and a significant reduction in claudication pain. People report feeling warmer legs within hours. The cramping disappears within days, and within 2 weeks, the difference is genuinely life-changing. Here is exactly how to use it correctly. Drink 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice every morning on an empty stomach. This is critical. An empty stomach ensures maximum absorption. Buy the pure product with no added ingredients, just pressed beets and nothing else. Most grocery stores now carry it for about $6 to $8 per bottle. You can also make your own if you own a juicer. 4 medium beets will produce about 8 ounces of juice. The taste is earthy and slightly sweet. Some people love it, others tolerate it simply because the results are so dramatic. One warning, your urine may turn pink. Do not panic. This is completely harmless. It is called bacteria, and it occurs in 10% to 15% of people. Another warning, beets contain oxalates, so if you have a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor before starting. How to put this into action. Now, let me give you a precise plan for implementation. Start with beetroot juice every single morning, 8 ounces on an empty stomach. This is your foundation. In the afternoon, add either hibiscus tea or celery juice if you want to speed up your results. You do not need both. Just pick one and remain consistent. If you want the maximum possible impact, rotate in the arugula smoothie 3 to 4 times per week. Within 3 days, you will feel warmer legs. Within 1 week, the cramping will diminish noticeably. Within 2 weeks, you will observe improved walking ability and a lower risk of falling. Within 1 month, your circulation will have improved so dramatically that your doctor will be shocked at your next checkup. But consistency is everything. You cannot drink beetroot juice for 3 days and expect permanent results. This is a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth or taking your prescribed medications. The difference is that this actually works, and it costs roughly $30 per month. Compare that to prescription medications that cost hundreds of dollars and come with side effect lists longer than your arm. Here is my challenge to you. Commit to drinking beetroot juice every morning for 30 days. Just 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice the warmth returning to your legs. Pay attention to the cramping disappearing. Watch your walking endurance improve. Take a photo of your legs today. Take another one in 30 days. You will see visible differences in skin color and swelling. This works. The science is bulletproof. The results are real. But you have to actually do it. Your circulation will not fix itself. These drinks are your solution. Start tomorrow morning. 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach for 30 days. Your legs will thank you. Your mobility will thank you. Your independence will thank you. Let us fix this, starting now.